What's happening, y'all? We are live. Welcome back. This is hashtag Them Dragons, the number one live House of the Dragon reaction show on Pornhub. I am your host, Lord Cussalott Travis Pointer, aka the Dragon King, aka Big T, aka T Money, aka Sweet T, aka Black Merlin, aka the HNIC. And I am joined this week by the Warden Matt Ritter.
What's going on?
We decided to let him come back after some long deliberations and thoughts. That's how you know it is
Between
okay.
who?
Between me, myself, and me.
And
That's all.
Amani, who actually pretty much told him I had to come back last week.
We didn't talk about that after that show. So
Sure.
no, it didn't happen. So no. Um Mara the Shark Watkins
Hello.
and Johnny Jums Grutius making his return. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
You
Doing
sure?
all right. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good
man.
good to see you back on, because you
Thanks,
just
dude.
went all whatever.
Stop. Because in my brain, I was just like, who? And I was like,
The one who calls the shots around here, and I appreciate it.
I was
I
like-
really do. Thank you.
No, I was like,
Um,
who's back? And then I was like, oh, Matt.
Like I said, I'm just happy that I wasn't replaced by the other white guy, and I got to come back. So
Anyway, you're here for now. I reserve the right to change that at any time. Now,
I know you do.
we're here to talk about this latest episode of House of the Dragon, though. That's why we're here. Couple of things that I wanted to get out of the way before we actually got into our general thoughts on this specific episode. Mara and John, neither of you were here last week, so I don't know if you're aware that it has been decided by Black Twitter that Rhaenyra Targaryen is now known as Ray Ray, and Daemon Targaryen is now known as Day Day. So
Okay.
when you hear me say these things, that is who I'm referring to. I don't make these rules. I didn't decide this. This was bestowed upon me by Black Twitter, and that's
Cool.
just what it is.
I'm for it.
Also, we had a conversation a couple weeks ago about Laenor Viserial, whatever the fuck his last name is.
Valerian.
Yeah,
Valerian.
son of the sea snake. That nigga, when he was riding the dragon, we were like, how is he riding the dragon when they talk about their family are not dragon riders, completely forgetting his mama's Targaryen. It's just like, oh, yeah, that's why. He rode a dragon. His father didn't, but he did. He's like, oh, he's half Targaryen. Shit, what the fuck? We weren't thinking. And that's what it was. It occurred to me during the week, and I'm like, oh, that's why. My bad. Anyway, let's get into this particular episode of House of the Dragon. Let me hear what you all's overall thoughts of this episode were. Matt, you go ahead and go first.
This was a fucking roller coaster of an episode. So many ups and downs and entanglements,
Lefts and rights.
I guess you could call them, since we were talking about that before the show.
Oh, there was some entangling happening, yes.
Yes, it was
Mhm.
insane.
Just the wedding by itself was just like every minute you're just like, oh shit. Oh shit. Okay, nothing bad happened there. Oh shit. Oh, nothing bad. Oh, that's what we're okay. Yeah. Like the whole time is just very uneasy during that whole wedding thing.
Well, we are trained to know that anytime there is a wedding, like as Travis, you and I, and kind of John, as wrestling fans, we are already trained to know that weddings never end well on TV.
They
And
don't.
then House of Dragon comes in, Game of Thrones comes in and takes it to a whole nother level. So as soon as there's like a wedding dinner or a wedding or anything, we are on high alert.
Yeah. Only wedding that ever went according to plan was the Macho Man Randy Savage to Elizabeth.
And the after party did not.
It did not. But the wedding itself went just fine. But yeah,
It was
yeah.
the pool party.
It's true. It's true. I'm with you though on most of that though, Matt. Mara, what were your thoughts?
Also, a roller coaster. It was like, okay, shit's going on. I was like, the king's getting sicker and sicker. Did you guys talk about the fact that apparently somewhere they confirmed that what the king has, it's not tetanus as I thought it was.
What was it?
It's leprosy.
Gross. Okay.
Yeah, apparently the king has leprosy, and
I hear with Bible diseases and shit.
yeah,
See,
I
thought
don't know.
Grayscale was like their leprosy. Like I just assumed that they replaced leprosy with grayscale.
It seems like it, yeah, but apparently it's a different thing. Yeah, he got he was
You would
Bible
think
disease.
they were like, no, we have grayscale, but we also have the regular things.
It's like we've got COVID, but we've also got SARS.
Yeah.
But I forget the name of the actor, but the dude who plays him, I have to find it so I can send it to you guys. But apparently, he had confirmed that Viserys has leprosy, and I was just like, I honestly don't know how leprosy affects you, so go for it.
I just know they just like shun you. Like if
Yeah.
you get it, they're like,
You
hey,
got
go
leprosy,
hide
that's
in
what
a
I
fucking
thought.
hole and
Exactly.
don't fucking talk to anybody.
You live outside the city on the side of the road, and you gotta wait for Jesus to come heal you. Like that's
the only thing. Yeah,
the only thing you can do.
Yeah, Jesus is the cure.
Yeah.
Because I was feeling like I'd be knowing random shit, but I was like, I absolutely know nothing about this disease. So, yeah.
I don't fucking know shit.
I mean, what we just told you is the only thing you need to know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, my only references, like you said, are the Bible and then the Dark Knight, where he's like a leper. That's it.
Yeah.
I just heard it. It's like a leper.
Yeah, right.
Heath Ledger. Yeah, it was like it felt
touch
like
the hem of his cloak and be healed. Yes.
on the
What were you
Lord's
saying,
day
Mara?
too.
I'm sorry.
I was like, it was just like kind of plateau. Last 15 minutes, wow! like I don't understand what was happening. I was just like, there's a lot going on, and my brain can't take all of it.
Oh man, what about you, John?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, like Mara said, it was pretty. It was a good episode without getting in. Would you
didn't even notice
the whole time?
He didn't even notice I did it. Like
I thought it said me, and I was just like, well, maybe that's someone else. But that's
it
fine.
was
That's
great though,
That's how
because
I
like
feel.
he got your beginning, and then he cut you right back in, and you're like, yeah. But with all that said, it was a good show. Like
way better time than I thought it was.
Yeah,
like,
it worked out.
Time.
Yeah. All I said was I'm hungry and I gotta go take a shit. I didn't even talk about the show. No, but yeah,
I was
good.
like,
I enjoyed it.
What happened to the audio? And
I muted him.
I saw it, but like I'm too high to comprehend it. Like I read.
I saw him touch
didn't
his mic.
click.
I thought he like checked his mic to see if it was on.
Well, I saw mine wasn't muted. I thought I muted myself, and I was like, "Oh shit, when did I do that?" I just blame myself essentially. Yeah.
Anyway, what were your overall thoughts, John? Now we can hear you. I won't.
Oh no, fuck you, dude. We're moving on. We're moving on.
Dude, I will completely remove you from this thing right now. What were your thoughts?
I was pretty much agreeing with Mara with how it was pretty slow and then it went like pretty fucking nuts. But it was a fun episode.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And to sum up.
Got you. Well, let's get into this episode itself. So we kicked this whole thing off with a nice young lady riding on her horse. She just enjoying the day out in the countryside, and she stopped by her cousin, and he's like, what you hunting? Like, I'm hunting deer. Okay, cool. And she on her way home. We realize this is Day-Day's wife. And he's just there waiting on her, looking all mysterious and shit with his hood on, but she knows who he is. There's some back and forth there. Clearly, they don't like each other. He's been very clear about not liking her, and we see here that she also does not like him. There's some back and forth, and afterwards, I'm like, oh, did he kill her for real? Because if you don't see the death on screen, it's like you don't know for sure she did. But then they confirm later on, like, yeah, he killed her.
Oh yeah.
Are you raising your hand, Mr. Ritter?
So two things. One, she was giving very much Yara Greyjoy vibes. Like, definitely was feeling like she was like the surrogate Yara Greyjoy for this. But also, we got another implication that Damon's dick does not work. We've been talking about this.
Right, because she said it didn't consummate the marriage. So,
well, not just that. At the end, she's like, "I knew you couldn't finish." Right before he came back and bashed your brains in with that rock.
Yeah.
So, I am fairly certain that not only is #Dragonheim a thing because of this, but also Day Day's dick does not work. You need to go watch the last episode if you need context for Dragonheim.
Okay, I was trying to make sure I heard that correctly.
Yeah. He said Dragonheim. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's tougher than the rest.
Oh man, what was the second thing? Because she got confused and now didn't hear.
Well, no, it was his dick don't work and the Yara Greyjoy thing.
Gotcha,
that was it.
Gotcha. So yeah, so that happened. Then we got them on a boat. King is riding. He's getting seasick. He is not doing well. He's already sick as it is, and the waves were not helping. Otto is leaving. Mr. Hightower has been, he's been told to get the fuck out. And Allison's just like, oh, I don't want you to go. I didn't mean for this to happen, blah, 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 blah. And he was like, well, you took the king and Ray Ray's side, and so this is what happened. And he basically tells her, like, yo, look, if she's named heir, there's going to be war. In order to solidify herself, she's going to kill your kids. That's just the way it is.
Fuck Hightower, because that is some Catholic guilt ass bullshit he tried to pull on his daughter. He's like, well, now that you have those kids, all this stuff is going to happen, and that's why I was trying. No, you didn't have to give your daughter to the king and have him knock her up in the first place. Don't try and play it off like you were just trying to protect your grandkids. That is not the case.
Yeah, there were no grandkids to protect when you sent the daughter out there. So I
was going to say, if you kept leopard dick out of your daughter's vagina, this would never have happened.
100%. Yeah.
So does she get leprosy? I just need to know if she gets it. Like how does she not get it?
Yeah. And that's the thing, because I thought it was very contagious. So
because they definitely had coitus last episode, and then
coitus.
And then next episode there's a jump in time where King Viserys looks like the other
Crypt
prince
Keeper.
The
Crypt
Keeper. I was gonna say Prince Charles, but
oh yeah, he's pretty decrepit.
Same thing
too.
These
King
time
Charles.
jumps are fucking with me.
Why?
We'll get to it when you get to them being over in land of Valeria and all that shit. But like last time I saw someone, she was like 5. Now all of a sudden she's like
she was 12.
That's not what she looked like, Travis. I don't care what the fuck they said. She looked 5.
Anyway, speaking of which, they arrive at the Sea Snake's crib. And they're just like, yo, where the fuck is everybody at? Because the only ones there are your person who you suggest has like grown 17 years because I guess she was 5. And her other brother. They'd agreed. I'm like, yo, our father is in there waiting on you. We just got to go on inside.
Thank you.
You're going to read the whole thing?
Yeah, it's curable now.
I feel like that's still sexually... I hear you can get leprosy from touching like an armadillo and shit if they got it. So if an armadillo can give me leprosy, I'm pretty sure dragon dick gives you leprosy too. I don't think you're immune.
I mean, if anything can spread it, dragon dick can.
Transmitted via droplets from the nose or mouth during close and frequent contact with untreated cases.
Oh, there was some kissing happening. He put his tongue in her mouth at some point.
Like the clock.
Yeah.
Oh.
And in the meantime, we got the fuck is his name? Lionel Strong, his son, his other son, not the cool son. but the other one with the cane is just like talking shit with Allison, like just starting shit.
It reminded me of Littlefinger.
Out there snitching about the moon tea and shit. He's like, bruh, what the hell? This ain't none of your business, dog. But speaking of Lionel Strong, he is now the Hand of the King. We got that confirmed. We kind of figured that it was because he was on the boat with him and shit, and they arrived and all that. But yeah, he's actually been named Hand of the King now, which makes sense. He was the only one giving them sound advice, so it was just like,
true.
You know, there's that. This is when I got confirmation that Damon did in fact kill his wife. So there's that. But then we got Ray and Lenore. They out walking and shit, and we get some confirmation on something that Lenore does not have the typical preferences that they would prefer him to have. Basically, as Riley Freeman would say, so
listen,
yeah.
Shout out to House of the Dragon because conservatives have got to fucking hate this show.
Oh, with a passion.
They're already mad about black mermaids and black elves. Now you got black leaders. What is that sound?
Is that?
The fuck is that?
Is someone on dial-up?
No.
Now you got a black sea snake who's, you know, they're another interracial marriage. You know, already pro-life values with the moon tea. Now we're talking mutual open relationships. We're talking homosexuality. We got women in power. All the conservatives have is the incest left. Like, that's all they got.
Yeah, that's all they got left. But yeah, you're right, though. Like, speaking of the open marriage that they were talking about, basically saying, you know, Ray said, look, listen, bro. You like what you like. I like what I like. So let's just do what we're supposed to do. And we fuck who we want to fuck. Like,
I did feel a certain way about the way she described what she liked, though.
She's like goose over duck, or duck more than goose.
She likes duck more than goose, and he's like, well, why don't you like goose? And she's like, I kind of find it greasy. I'm like, I don't like the way you said that.
Wait, that's what they were talking about?
I hate you so much. I hate you so much.
Oh, shit.
John's like, I was just so hungry.
Dude, yeah, man, I ordered some duck steak.
Anyway, but yeah, goose
fries.
is greasy. What you mean?
I don't know. I felt like she was trying to imply some shit about.
No, she was using that as an analogy. Yeah, she probably would have fucked Allison in the right situation.
See, I thought that early on. I thought that they were having a little thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
also,
go ahead.
I was gonna say I like how the king's in there and they're like, when we settle all this shit, I need to know like how everything's gonna go in this marriage. Like, is this gonna be traditional where like she takes the last name of Valerian, or he goes, how about this? Your kids can call themselves Valerians until it fucking matters. Once they're king, they're Targaryens, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Essentially, that's what it was.
So yeah.
I was like, I don't understand how that works out, but I was like, you do you.
It works out because the people in charge say that's how it works out.
Yeah,
that's how.
Okay.
And what were they gonna say? No. Yeah, okay.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate you letting us have a little bit of time.
So then we go back to the boat. Ray and Kristen are talking, and she tells him, like, yo, yeah, I gotta marry him, but we gotta not, you know, got an understanding. I can still get dick wherever I want to get dick. And he's like, oh, so you want me to be your whore? I'm like,
She
yeah,
said, "It's my pussy. I can do what I want.
exactly.
I'd
I'm
have
a
been
big
like,
girl."
I was like, I'll literally be your whore until I die.
Exactly. I'm like, yo, it sounds like you got,
The most cush job in the kingdom.
you get to be the king's guard and just guard her, and then you also get to fuck her. Like, where's the issue here? Like, oh my honor and blah, blah, blah. You already broke that shit, so it don't even matter. Like,
Yeah, dude.
I am probably the only person in the world that thought this, but because this went through my head, this became my hashtag hot D moment of the week. This was so much Aladdin until she turned his ass down. Like, he's like, I can show you the world. And she's like, nah, we ain't doing that shit. Like, ain't happening. I'm not leaving with you. We're not going anywhere. We're not getting married. I'm marrying that dude and I'm going to fuck you. And then he's like, but I took a vow of chastity for you and I just want to be together. She's like, I don't give a fuck. What does that matter? I won't tell nobody. Keep your mouth shut. And he did not.
keep your mouth shut. You dig hard. Like, what's the problem? Like,
He was so hurt.
yeah, when she was like, I'm not going anywhere. Like, what the fuck? Like,
Listening to him talk about him, like, I soiled my white cloth or da 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 da. I was sitting there like, has your voice always sounded like this? Like this panicked at all times? Like always this annoying?
and my thing is that whole we can, just leave. I'm like, where do you think you can go where they won't find you?
Essos. He said it. We'll go to Essos.
They'll find him in Essos.
Yeah.
Like,
I want to see where the oranges and the spice get shipped to, Travis. He's got adventures planned. This is a whimsical man.
Yeah,
he
dude,
said he
cinnamon.
doesn't know. He doesn't know where they're going. Like, he
And
knows
that's
they're
what
going
he
to
wants to
Essos,
find
but
out.
he don't know shit
Yeah.
about Essos. Like,
He
Yeah,
has
wants
no
to find
plan, and I'm telling you right
Exactly.
now, that's not happening.
It's an
You're planning
adventure.
to
It's
die.
romantic.
because they're gonna go find y'all. They're gonna bring
It's
her
feeling
back and
foolish
kill
to
you.
me.
They actually sacrifice oranges and cinnamon over a waterfall, so it just goes right over a waterfall.
Like,
Yeah, you
just
don't fucking
imagine,
know, dude.
like
You don't.
Aladdin
You don't.
and Princess Jasmine and the dragon is the carpet, and they're just sailing over the sea to Essos. Like,
Oh man, yeah. So after all that happens, they go ahead and get back home. The king collapses after they get back to the castle. Though he ain't okay. At the same time, when they're returning, Alicent's like, "Yo, bring Kristen here because I got questions." And as soon as he goes in there, I got in my notes right here in all caps: "Do not snitch on yourself."
Oh, I knew he was.
confessed to a crime he did
the-
not commit.
The way he was sitting there, the more she kept talking about like Rhaenyra's virtue, he looked like a deer in headlights, just like don't say anything. Like, are you guys like Saturday Night Live fans? Or at least Kristen Wiig
I
fans?
say sometimes.
Yeah, I love
It's
Kristen Wiig.
I say I
So-
don't watch it all the
Kristen
time,
Wiig.
but occasionally I'm like, oh, I'll watch this now.
So Johnny,
But-
like like that skit that she does where like she plays that lady who can't hold in a surprise or a secret and she's like
Mhm.
twitching. That was
Yeah.
Christian Cole. That was your Christian Cole. He was just like, she keeps describing all this.
He kept like touching his hands and shit. Yeah.
Can't hold water to save his life.
Imagine if he had heard what she was actually going to ask, though. Like, if he hadn't blurted out, "Yes, I fucked her. Yes,
exactly.
it was
Like, let her
Kill me now.
finish. Like,
Dude,
But if
I
she had
literally
dropped-
said that. I literally said that. Let her
me."
finish.
If they had dropped the bomb. So I think she fucked her uncle. Like, wait,
He was
hold on.
about to-
What night
it
did this
would've-
happen?
It would have been
Before?
like,
and
it's
as soon
true,
as you
Queen.
said that, Matt, now it's in my head again.
What's in your head again, Travis?
Shut your fucking face, Uncle Fucker.
Like as soon as he would have been like, "It's true, my queen," and she'd have been like, "Rhaenyra fucked her uncle," and he would have been like, "Wait, what?"
You fucked her uncle. Yes, it's true. Nobody fucks their uncle quite like you.
Like, wait a second, that's not what I was saying. Yes. But at the same time, I was watching and I was just like, this low key worked out for Rhaenyra though, because he pretty much just gave her a full on alibi. Because no
Yeah,
one's gonna
like-
ask.
Yeah, this is like, okay, well, we now know she did not fuck her uncle.
Right. She fucked someone.
Yeah,
She doesn't
just
have
not
her virtue, but it's not incestuous.
Also, Rhaenyra's not into Kristen.
She's not, and it's really sad.
I'll tell you why later. Clearly, Mara knows, but if you guys don't know what I mean, I'll explain to you when we get there.
You can see by the way she treats him. She's
Not just that. There's a whole scene later on where you see how she reacted to who she's into versus how she reacted to the proposal brought by Kristen, and it was two very different reactions.
Yes, she willingly flung herself at her uncle, and she was just like, "Why would I give up my birthright for you, Sir Christian Cole?"
So yeah, so he snitches on himself and he's a dumbass. Allison is like, okay, thank you for being honest. You can go. And he's just standing there confused, like, yes, there's no consequence. Get the fuck out. Go. You're okay. Do your job.
He's like, kill me now.
Like, yo, dumbass.
He's like, "Can it be fast? Can it be quick? Please don't torture me."
Yeah. So then we go to Viserys in his chair. He is not okay. Talking to his hand, and not like his actual hand, but the hand of the king. And they're going, he's going back with like, I wonder how I would have been if I had been tested and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yo, most people who get tested, afterwards wish they hadn't been. And he's like, most people would have just told their king, yeah, you would have been great in your testing, blah, blah, blah. Like, no, I appreciate you not being that way. You always give it to me straight. That's what I need. And then he like just slumps out. And I'm like, damn, is he dead? But he wasn't dead. So then it's
bleeding all over the place.
Yeah. So then it's royal wedding time, or at least greeting feast time.
Green wedding.
Yeah. So the welcome feast. Allison isn't there yet. She's just, wherever she at. Then we got some people coming in, just giving their greetings and everything, and they're like, "Oh, where's the queen?" Like, "Oh, she's still getting ready, I guess." And like, yeah, that's why men play in war, because women would always be late to the battle. Blah blah blah. Like, okay. Like, I bet you wouldn't have said that if she was standing there. Like, anyway. Then Day strolls in, just with a look on his face like, who gonna check me? Like, even though he was told by the king, like, yo, don't ever come back here. Like, oh yeah, by that kid from last week, his dude called him a cunt and he stabbed him up, took him out.
Mm-hmm.
I saw a tweet about that kid, and it was like, if quote, and I took that personally, quote, was a person,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the little kid as he stabbed that other person.
But yeah, he has this look like, who gonna check me? Because honestly, right now, who really can? Because in order for the king to say something, he'd have to like admit that he told him not to come back, and then people start asking questions as to why he told him not to come back. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so that brings up a whole lot of stuff. Nothing can be done at this moment.
Gerald tried. He really did.
Well, he tried some other shit for a different reason. Like, but yeah, we'll get to that. Then we got Allison finally walks in though, and she's commanding all attention,
making a grand entrance.
Did anyone else think she was about to come in and be like, "Hey, wedding's off"?
Nah, I didn't think she would do that.
No,
I really thought she was throwing her because she got lied to by her best friend. Her best friend didn't tell her about her fucking. I thought she was gonna be pissed, come in and be like, "Fuck this." She's not a virgin. She fucked that night over there in the corner.
Yeah, she didn't lie. She technically didn't lie.
She said she didn't fuck
she said specifically, "I did not fuck Damon."
Mm-hmm. She also said something about her virtue still being intact.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
Are you sure?
Allison said that. Rhaenyra did not say that.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, go back and listen because I know she did not. Allison said that because I specifically remember when she was saying that to the king. I'm like, no, she did not say that. But yeah, she's wearing green apparently for the High Towers. That means they're going to war. So, okay. So then, this is the moment you were talking about, Matt, when Mr. Royce comes in and just like, yo, you killed my cousin, nigga. And then it's just like, oh, I mean, I'm glad you're here because I want to talk about my inheritance. Since me and my wife didn't have any kids, everything that she had is supposed to come to me, right? That's all
It's
mine now,
mine
right?
now.
Again, that same who gonna check me attitude because it's just like, what you gonna do about it?
Gerald's like, wait, what? Hold on. We're not gonna talk about how you. No, I just want my shit. She's dead. Give me my shit.
He
Prove
like
it.
looks confused, just like, what? The nerve.
So then we move on to later on in the night where we got oh man. So later on in the night there's dancing happening, Ray dances with her betrothed, Lenore, and then we got Dede coming out, he dances with the Sea Snake's daughter, and then moves on to dance with Ray. And I believe this is what you were going to be talking about, Matt.
Well, I'm gonna get to that, but mind you, Damon went out to seduce his niece's soon-to-be sister-in-law that could have been his sister-in-law if she had married the king like they tried to. There's a lot of like intertwining people who have, could, and will be possibly fucking going on in a very small group.
And it's still wide open. They all can still fuck, bro.
Exactly.
Feeling like that wall from It's Always Sunny where the dude's trying to pinpoint everything together.
He's like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's doing it in the mailroom when Charlie's in the mailroom.
Yeah.
So
I don't
no
watch
Pepe
It's Sunny.
Sylvia.
I just know it's from It's Sunny.
It is.
Like I said,
it's a wonderful episode.
Sir Kristen Cole comes in all Aladdin, like, I can show you the world. Let's fly off on your dragon. And she's like, no, we're not doing that shit. I'm going to be queen. Damon comes in and he's like, hey, you're not married
She's
yet.
like,
I can still take that. She's like, oh, yeah, you can? Go ahead. Kill everyone in this room and take it. If you can take it, take it. If you can kill everyone in here and walk out, you can have it. She did not give She did not give Kristen that option. She did not say, if you want to take me, murder everyone and let's go. No, she's like, no, we're not doing that shit. Damon, on the other hand,
did that to Damon because that's how you got to talk to that nigga. Like, she basically told him it's not going to happen anyway, so what the fuck? I dare you. Like, bitch, I dare you. Like, that's the way I saw
Damon to do shit. You see what happened the last time they dared Damon to do shit?
And you see he didn't do anything. When she dares him to do shit, nothing happens. Just like when she showed up at Dragonstone and told him, like, yeah, you see what's happening here. Chill the fuck out.
That is going to be Damon's pussy. I guarantee it.
Perhaps. But at that point, I think it was more her just daring him to do some shit knowing he wasn't going to do it.
I'm just saying it was completely different energy, and that felt very much like she wanted him to do it. Versus Kristen's like, no, you're just going to be here and I'm going to fuck you. Like, that's what you're here for.
Yes.
And I've tried to explain to you before, I understand when white people are trying to fuck, Travis. I know what's going on here. I see it. This weird passive-aggressive bullshit. Like, trust me.
The dangerousness of Damon, I feel like, is something that very much attracts her.
Mm-hmm.
So, then after that, we got... Hold on. Oh, we saw that already. Sorry.
Gosh.
So anyway, Lenore's boo thing. I don't know his name. That dude.
Did they give him a name?
I don't know. Nigga with the red hair.
Yeah, I remember. He said it to Christoph or whatever, Kristen, whatever his name is. Remember, he came up to him and he said, I'm this person. Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. He's dead.
Yeah, so first he was talking to Lena. He was just like, yo, I see, you see that dude over there talking about Christian? Like, yeah. That's, that's Ray's thing over there. And you're like, huh? Like, you can tell. Like, just, like, he's cunt struck is what he said.
That's what it was.
He said he was cunt struck.
Yes.
Like, completely cunt struck.
The old English way of saying pussy whipped.
Basically. And then he decides he's going to go talk to Kristen himself. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Who gave you that job?
Basically, like, Like, who man's is this? Well, we know whose it is, but still, it's just like, why would you do this? And he's just egging him on. And eventually, Chris is just like, you know what? Fuck this. And kills him. Like, beats the shit out of him until he is dead.
Half of his face is gone.
Like, we see everybody start tripping, like, what is going on? Yeah, Kristen is beating the fuck out of this dude.
Did he die though? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
If you saw Leno like kidding. Crying over his body and what?
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding.
I know.
His face was.
It's true. It's
kind of
true.
Like over in.
Not following proper side nigga etiquette. Like. Anyway. Then we got like a quiet private wedding happening. By the way, Kristen killing that dude was my hot D moment of the week. But
it wasn't everyone's. It was yet another wedding that has ended with someone fucking dead.
No, Matt's hot D moment was something else.
Yeah, mine was Aladdin getting his ass turned down on the boat.
Yeah.
Right.
So is that what you're saying? Your hot D moment was also Kristen killing this dude?
I mean, how could it not be for me, at least? It's either this or I'm going to be like, it's when the king collapsed. Because I keep saying, this man's going to be dead by the end of the season. Huh?
Which time?
I didn't see the first time he collapsed. I saw the one at the end when they were getting married. And I was just like when he leaned over and his nose was bleeding, I was like, here it goes. And then when he collapsed at the actual wedding, I was like, nigga gonna be dead by the time we flash forward again. And there he is,
still
sitting
not
as sick, still not dead, just looking sickly as ever.
But yeah, so they have a little private, quiet ceremony because I'm like Viserys is like, yo, let's just get this shit over with. Because we got Kristen out by the heart tree, about to stab himself and kill himself, samurai style, and Allison stops him. I don't know what she says to him, but she stops him, and King passes out the wedding, just like your name is Mar. I don't know what just happened there. But yeah. And that was the end of the episode.
Do I get a hot D moment?
Not
you could have said it any time. What's your hot D moment, sir?
When they were making out on the beach, two guys.
It would
that
be
was
yours.
hot. That's my hot D moment.
We did not mention the fact that Lanier went back to dude and he was like, so this is what she's offering me. And he's like, oh, that's fantastic. Like, you get your cake and you get to eat it too, literally. And I will be that cake.
Mm-hmm. What were you saying, Mara?
I was saying that King Viserys, it's not King Charles, who he was reminding me of, even though he also looks godly unhealthy. It was Prince Philip, because that's what I was trying to say, which is ironic. Which is funny because Matt Smith, who plays Daemon, played Prince Philip in The Crown on Netflix. So it just makes it
so much
10 times funnier. But
what's that animated show on HBO Max that's about the royal family?
The Little Prince?
Yes. Fucking love that.
Hilarious. Matt, you look confused.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Oh, you need to watch that shit.
There's this animated cartoon show. It's like an adult animation show on HBO, and it's almost reality, but it's supposed to be, it's like portraying itself as reality kind of, but it's a cartoon, but it's about the royal family, but it's from the point of view of what are their names? Kate and
I don't know. The babies.
The babies. The first one, the oldest one, the oldest child of the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it Charles?
And he's like,
the babies, the oldest of the kids, not the adults. The oldest.
Not Prince and not Harry and the other one. It's the other one's firstborn son.
Kate Middleton's kids.
Yes.
Okay. So here's the thing, and I've talked with Kate about this. I have
Kate Middleton.
My Kate.
Okay.
Kate Middleton would not give me the time of day. Neither here nor there.
No.
I hang out with too many black people for her to like me. Anyway, I have issues with the way that the monarchy is run, period, and the way things are handed down and how all of that works. And Kate has tried to explain it to me, and I don't like, none of it makes sense to me. None of it is logical as to like the queen consort and king like all this dumb shit. I don't like it. It makes no sense to me. So I avoid everything royal family. I watch anytime I see it, I'm like, nope, turn it off.
This is different. Watch
It's
it.
different.
I swear.
It's hysterical.
I
It's
swear
hysterical.
it's different. Watch it. Like
It's hysterical. But I too agree with that sentiment on the fact that we fought like a 7-year war just to be from up under them to really still care when their old ass bitch fucking dies.
because
It's not just that.
It was like, okay.
When I was asking Kate what happens when the queen dies and who, like the king, and like how all this is, like why she couldn't just marry someone else and why he wouldn't be, like the whole way, like the lines of succession and marriage, like it makes no fucking sense to me in a logical fashion.
It works
That
just
if you
like
marry
Game of
the
Thrones.
queen,
What you mean?
if you marry the queen, you are not king. You are
You're a
not
king consort.
You're
Just like in Game of
not
Thrones.
even that. You're not even
Oh, yeah,
king
well,
consort at that point.
Prince Philip stayed. No. He was considered her consort. He served as the consort of the British monarch from her ascension to her till his death.
But I don't think he was ever given title even king consort. He was just consort.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, consort. Same shit.
Because he already had like the Duke.
Well, they all are dukes and lords and whatever.
We've already spent entirely too much time talking about them.
The royal family.
It's way too confusing. I don't like it. I don't fucking. But I will give Little Prince a chance.
So yeah, there's that. What we got for tweets, Mario? You didn't throw any at us while we were doing the.
I was trying to send them to you, but they didn't have, like, wasn't able to. But they had some goodies. Go back to
I was
Twitter.
gonna say she texted me one of them, but I don't have my phone connected to my computer, so that did mean I just looked at it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Got you. Well, there was this good one. I always love the use of this GIF, and it's like me watching yet another wedding where all hell breaks loose. Oh, my favorite. Someone needs to bring King Viserys a can of ginger ale and Olaplex. Man looks sickly.
He does.
This was from last week, but this was like a favorite from last week since I wasn't able to share. It was like me after watching an hour of members of a fictional royal family having the worst times of their life. Damn good television.
Valid.
The one Mara sent me is just a picture of Sir Kristen, but it says, "This dumb bitch only fucked Rhaenyra once and thought he had done so well that she would give up her crown and birthright. I wish I had his self-esteem and thought so highly of myself."
Nobody enjoys their first time that much.
The way, if that was also his first time, that oddly reminds me of my first time. So I was very triggered when he was like, "We could get married." And I was just like, "Get him out of here. Get him out of here."
Your first time you guys were wearing like 14 layers of clothes and sat on the bed and took shoes off and giggled at each other?
I giggled when he had to go out the window. But I meant it more like he came back another day saying, "I love you." And I was like, "Get him out of here. Get him out of here."
Okay.
He also needs a pack of saltines with bold ginger, not bold ginger ale. Man will explode from the inside out.
So let's rate this episode, everybody. So 5 dragon scale, 1 to 5 dragons. What do you think, Matt? You first.
I'm gonna go 4. I like this episode. Like I said, there was a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of shit going on. I really enjoyed this episode.
Okay. 4 dragons for Matt. Mara.
I will also say 4.
4 dragons for Mara. Mr. Grucius.
Because I was confused from the fight. So I was just like, it was too much random chaos as opposed to it being like purposeful backstabbing.
Okay. So 4.
3.5.
We don't do
Johnny.
halves.
Yeah. No, there's a attachment on the half of the dragon. Matt talked about it earlier.
We don't do halves.
Yeah,
It's
3.5.
like Foot Locker.
Final,
No,
final
this
we
is
answer.
don't do halves.
Then 1.
Okay.
Okay. We don't make the
3.
show.
I'd
We're
go
not
3.
going to be offended by it.
3.5.
We don't do 0.5s either, sir. No decimals, whole numbers only.
Round up or down. It can't be this.
3.5.
Oh my God.
Mind you, while John is trying to figure out how percentages and decimals and fractions work, also the first lady of the Croatia World Corporation gave 4 dragons as well. One might say the queen of Croatia World, and Travis is the king consort.
I'll take that. I will take it. And that's now going into my intro. Now you've created a monster here.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Amani.
Talking about Amani.
Look at the
Oh,
screen.
because he's pointing down. That's why I was just
Yeah,
like,
and he's pointing at the tweet beneath you.
how would I know
On
that?
my screen, Mara's beneath Matt.
That's what
Yes,
I'm saying. How
but-
would I know that?
Yes,
If
but
I
the
could
chat,
reach my arm down into Mara's screen and point further down, I would, but that would be really weird.
beneath
Why
you
did you
is Amani.
Why
Yes,
did you
that's-
just say beneath me then?
Because I feel like if I start going like this and saying Mara beneath you, like it'd be weird.
No, you could just say I'm talking about the tweets, not you, because
I mean the comments, yeah.
yeah.
I did say that after you thought it was about you. No, Amani's the queen, Travis is the king consort. Also, my camera's backwards, so
I'm dead.
Anyway,
Thank you for your service.
anything else for this?
what did
week's
you rate it,
episode?
Travis?
Oh, I thought I agreed with you already. Yeah, 4 out of 5 dragons. My bad.
So our average is like 3 point. Like
There's
eight-
no point.
8.5.
It's just
No.
The
We
average-
take average and then
3.9.
we get points there. But it's one
3.9.
of those you don't give it a point anything. It's,
Yeah, I gave it
It's-
3.5.
I'm gonna call it a 3, so it doesn't even matter. It's just
Would we call this a dragon scale?
Yeah.
I guess. I did something really dumb.
He's a dad now. He has to do these things.
He has to get the dad jokes in there.
Yeah, it's a
yeah.
requirement.
But anyway, yeah,
I mean-
that gives this week's episode for Creation World 3.75 dragons.
Well, did you count John as a 3?
Yes, he did.
But anyway, if there's nothing else, that'll be it for this week's episode of #ThemeDragons. Do not forget you can follow us on both Twitter and Instagram at It's Creation World. That is at ITSCREATIA World. As always, I'm not telling you how to spell word. If you can't read that or get a goddamn dictionary. Also, Facebook at facebook.com/Creation World. Also, youtube.com/Creation World. Give us a subscription there. We would love that. That'd be very helpful. If those of you who are watching us live, thank you. But those of you who are not, please watch us live every week right here on twitch.tv/Creation World. And if you're watching us, throw us a subscription there too. You know, you can if you got Amazon Prime, you got Prime Gaming, you can subscribe to us for free.
It's been
Won't
giving me
cost
trouble.
you a
I was
dollar.
trying to do that and it wouldn't let me for some reason. I was trying to connect the accounts, and then when I went to go do it, it was throwing me errors, but I'll figure it out.
Let's see. Patreon.com/Creation World to get all the extra goodies. That's the fun stuff, you know. Return to Wrestling with myself and Matt, Multiverse with myself and Mara, and soon to come Space Stuff with myself and Johnny Jumps Grutius, featuring Jake and Carl, you know.
We should just name all of our shows: Game of Thrones stuff, wrestling stuff, comic stuff, space stuff.
See, I always felt like John and Travis's thing should be called butt stuff, and I think I told them that early on.
But no
I feel
butt
like
stuff
only
occurs.
Johnny would.
I thought there was
that.
butt stuff in space.
No, there was no butt stuff in
Who's your
space. You
source?
assumed there would be butt stuff in space because
John.
of me and John.
I mean, yeah.
Because John helps me write it, you assume butt stuff is involved, but there was no butt stuff involved.
I mean,
Also,
yeah.
speaking of things Creatia World is doing, did I not see that you and Mara went live with Creatia Comics talking about She-Hulk recently?
That did happen. We brought back Super Flashy Arrow tomorrow in the form of Creation Comics. So that is back now. We do all superhero shows now, not just DC. So we were this past week talking Stargirl and She-Hulk. And
I
that's what it
appreciate
is
that because
until other things happen.
we really had Luna thinking that like The Flash is my favorite show. She got me a stuffy, and I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want it. I was just like, toss it. She was like, it's for you, mommy. You like The Flash, right? I really don't. Okay.
I mean, it's still a good show. It's just not as good as it used to be. As long as they don't hold hands and do the Care Bear stare again, it's all right.
That's gonna be the finale, just to spite you.
Probably. And I might hate that more than you hated the Game of Thrones finale. Believe that's it for the Creation World stuff. You can find me on both Twitter and Instagram at Lord_Cussalott. That is at LORDCUSSALOTT. Mara, where can they find you?
Instagram and Twitter at Mara the Shark, MARADASHARK.
Matt.
On Twitter, only at Matt Ridders at MATTRIDDER. Also, Smackin' Raw Pod on Twitter as well. Everything that you find with Creation World, you can also find with Smackin' Raw. So Linktree/Creation World, Linktree/Smackin' Raw, Facebook.com/group/Smackin' Raw. All that stuff. We are there under the Creation World banner as well. Come follow us, check us out. We drop a new episode every weekend and are live Fridays at 11 p.m. Central right here on Twitch.
That's wrestling, in case you all didn't realize.
And porn.
Kinda. Yeah. Porn. Yeah. You're right. John.
Johnny Jums, JONNYJUMS, for pretty much all social media platforms.
John's very active on social media.
Yeah, super.
Oh,
Once every
man.
3 months at this point.
Absolutely not.
We do not have that, but we do have a Teespring, and over on that Teespring, you can get beautiful Creation World logo shirts and Smackin' It Raw logo shirts. I don't know if Travis put up the new Smackin' It Raw logo t-shirt or not, but also you can get one of these beautiful pro wrestling pro choice t-shirts with all proceeds.
We couldn't see the
You can only
logo.
see pro wrestling, so it seems like you're really only pro wrestling in this case.
There
There
it
we
is.
go.
I saw it for a second.
To your left. Move it to your left. Now
There
move
you
it
go.
up. There we go. A little more to the left.
Anyway,
You know,
you guys can get
how long do you
those
think
shirts
we can have hold the shirt at?
at Teespring, and all of the proceeds for that get donated to the Women's Reproductive Rights Assistance Project in support of women's rights. So we had those made, and if you want to support women's rights to choose, please go donate there.
Did you guys talk about the fact that Westeros has better abortion access than...
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Okay, thank you. Just had to make sure. I was really, really disappointed after I watched the episode that I was not able to be a part of that conversation.
We actually brought
And we
that
said
up.
that. I was like, this is the one episode you think Mara would really want to be here for, and she didn't make it.
Sorry, I was driving from states away.
But all right. That's it. We'll catch y'all next week. Until then, we out.
Bye.
Bye.